Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of XRP, reviewing what's been going on most recently and what we think is likely to happen next. Now as I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button, I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord guys, what are you waiting for? Check it out, linked in the description below. Let's just jump right down into this one, right? So we did see a break to the upside. This is kind of expected and something that we're talking about in the previous video. So let's go ahead and just review what we're kind of expecting. So we were expecting a move up here towards 84.14 and 87.53. Okay, we can see that that's played out quite nicely. However, things are starting to make a turn and we are still expecting a move to the downside. Our downside target still remains 57 to 62 cents, and I will review that with the recent high in a moment. But for the most part guys, we can see that fantastic three-wave move to the upside. It's looking very strong. And we can see here that we've kind of have the ability to maybe tap into this one more time. There's a strong double bottom kind of forming here where we might see a little bit of a bounce, but I'm not expecting much at this point for XRP. We can see that on our stochastic RSI that we are overbought on the monthly. We'll come to the weekly in a moment. Overbought on the daily, overbought on the 8-hour, overbought on the 4-hour. In fact, we're probably overbought on the actually not on the 20-hour. 16 hours actually okay. 12-hour is okay as well. So there's a little bit of progression in places, but for the most part, a move to the downside is kind of inevitable. Now the hourly is showing us with momentum that could shift upwards and give us a little bit of a bump in price, but I don't think it will be very much. Essentially here we're exhausting the market on all of these higher time frames, and those macro time frames will want to take control. So knowing this, are we still on target for our lows? Well, let's go ahead and sense check that. Right into here. So our target range has changed ever so slightly. Let's go ahead and just pull this into view. Yeah, so it sits between 56.25 and 60.93. Okay, that's our C wave just here. Based on a 3-wave drop, 3 waves up, we'll expect a 3-wave drop to this area as well. Now, in doing this, we will have to drop below the 50 EMA, which is current support, and then lose the 200 EMA as well. So this is going to be a bit of a shock. It could be a straight line for a while, and then consolidate in the middle for a B wave, and then another move to the downside. Something big is about to happen here. So this would be a short opportunity in my opinion. So if I were to look to short this one, I would be looking to short it probably as an entry on the previous wick high. I think we've got the ability to kind of do that, or maybe just tapping into this range one more time, somewhere around here. To finesse this, we'll probably have to go down to the 5-minute time frame and find a really good entry. I put my stop loss above the recent swing high, as I do not expect us to move above 93.8. So I'd put the swing stop loss above that at 93.9, and then I would be targeting out down here on the higher part of our 60-cent range, and that's going to give us a risk reward ratio of about 2.3. That would be a pretty decent short position in my opinion. I wouldn't be entering this until I can see that next move to the upside though, because I do expect there to be a move up before we break on down. Okay, and I do expect this breakdown to complete our structure down here. Now it's not a necessity, but based on everything that I'm seeing here, this is the most likely scenario. The most likely scenario is a healthy correction down to 60 cent, and from here we'll be able to then have a nice strong move back to the upside where we breach that $1 level, because I do think that is coming. I just think we have to have this part first. Okay, so that would be my approach on it. And of course, guys, as you guys would know by now, if I am to trade XRP, then I'm going to be using the 𝗕𝗘𝗪 platform. There's an affiliate link for 𝗕𝗘𝗪 down in the description below. Like I said, it's my go-to platform. It's where I do almost 100% of my leverage-based trading and 95% of all of my spot trading, including that of XRP. So if you're looking at either leverage trading XRP or spot buying XRP, you can do that with the 𝗕𝗘𝗪 platform. So why not check it out? The affiliate link is in the description below. If you do use that link, then you are going to be eligible for up to $8,000 of rewards for depending on how much you deposit and trade on the platform. Also, we use that affiliate link description for a trading competition that we run down in our Discord server. This is something that's not affiliated with 𝗕𝗘𝗪 or with YouTube or any other platform. This is something Chris and myself are doing for the community, where there's a $100 prize every single week for the person who has the best ROI percentage on their portfolio within that week. So there's lots of reasons to use 𝗕𝗘𝗪, whether you just want to use it as a backup for your other exchanges. So it's always good to have backups during bull markets to make sure that you have a good exit route when the time does come. But personally, 𝗕𝗘𝗪 is my go-to platform, and I use other exchanges as my backups. So why not check it out? Affiliate link is in the description below. I don't think you'll regret it. Coming back down into the charts, you can see on our daily time frame that we hit into our higher expectations, our higher range, which was basically 79.9 to 93.7. We obviously hit this perfectly with our C wave structure, and it seems almost like it's not going to happen, right? And you can go back to the comments of the videos when I'm talking about this, how people were saying, it's going down, it's not going up, and calling me all sorts of different names under the sun. Essentially, here you can see we had this break to the upside, and a lot of people want to say, well, yeah, it's on the back of the XRP news. Sure. But can you justify to me the exact, on the C wave high here, outside of it? A lot of this stuff it's kind of how the markets move. Elliott wave theory tracks the participants who are buying and selling, and it applies psychology to it. It says that more than likely, this is the area that you're going to see a reversal in, and that's exactly what we saw. We saw the break to the upside. It was going to happen regardless of whether or not XRP got that piece of news breaking for it. It just rallied up there much faster. Essentially, it was going to go up here regardless, because that was the structure and the psychology of the people that were buying and selling. And so when I take a look at what's going on now, right, and we talk about this move to the downside, a lot of people are in disbelief. They're not going to believe that we're going to be heading down to the 60-cent range. And well, the structure is the structure. How we get there is the only thing that's really up for debate. Is it going to be a fundamental news that drags us down there, or is it just going to be, the market gets a shake, right? Bitcoin has a shake, and therefore XRP has a shake, right? You don't really know the route and what it's going to take, but we know that there's the people who are in XRP right now are just looking for an excuse to sell. That's the psychology of the Elliott wave theory, right? And so if we're tracking the people who are buying and they're selling, and we know that they're reaching this upper area up here, and everything is overbought, and they're basically, these people are just looking for an excuse to get out, and will come back into their positions down here when they feel like the market is undervalued again. Okay, it's expensive, this will be cheap, right? And so that's where you kind of get this idea of how to kind of track the market. The psychology is very, very important. And so, yeah, I see a move to the downside, but I think before we can short the market, we have to see what happens here on the 1 hour time frame. Probably over the next 6 to 12 hours are going to be important for us, because we want to get a nice entry into that short, because I do think it's going to be very, very profitable for many, many people. Other than that, guys, I think the market is acting quite reasonable. If we come on over into a weekly time frame, we're almost overbought, so we want to be a little bit cautious there. So just be aware that things are not necessarily as positive as they might seem. Big fair value gap most recently, obviously. So yeah, I expect further downside here on XRP on the larger time frames, but on those smaller time frames, we can expect a bit of a move to the upside. I'm going to leave the video there. If you have found it useful and informative, smash the like button. I do appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe? Join us down in Discord, and guys, I'll catch you all in the next one.
We are not financial advisors. None of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.